Let's move on to 5A Sectional 10. These teams had a bye last week, so we're already at the sectional semifinal level because there's 4 teams in the sectional. Concord at Northside, and you got Goshen at Snider. With Concord and Goshen, these are teams obviously we don't see every week. All we know is pretty much what we've seen on paper so far this year. But Concord at Northside, to me, is the more intriguing of the two matchups because historically Concord loves to run the football. They've been a good football program. They're 7-3. Northside's 4-5, but playing in the stronger SAC. What do you see as the biggest part, the biggest decision maker, the biggest difference maker, I should say, this Friday night in this game?
I think you mentioned it. I think just Northside being able to corral that Concord offense. I think they're able to put up points. The Minutemen are able to put up some points. Northside has had trouble defensively against high-powered offenses and teams that can score points. So can Northside win this game at home? They don't have to get on a bus ride and go a long way. Kind of look at it kind of like the Mishawaka game a little bit last year where Northside was just completely outclassed. I think it's going to be closer than that, but can Northside beat a quality opponent? We've seen it do that. We've seen them do it against Carroll, so they can do it. But a tremendous challenge against Concord on Friday.
When you take a look at Concord's offense, they're averaging 29 a game. Defensively, they're giving up only 16. Do you feel like it's going to be a battle of Northside's offense versus that defense, or is it going to be this game going to be more determined by the flip side, by Northside's defense against that Concord offense?
I think Northside should have some reasonable success against that defense just because they have the speed and athleticism that maybe Concord hasn't seen every week. It's just going to be that Northside defense that has been torched at times. That can come in and kind of limit Concord and not have a shootout all the time, matching score for score. I think that's going to be the key if Northside can get some stops.
Goshen at Snider. Goshen's 5-4. That conference has been better this year, I think, week in and week out than it has been in years past. So maybe that 5-4 is a little bit of a better record than it would show based on that. But what does Snider have to do? They've had an off week. It was just a couple of weeks ago, really 3 weeks ago, that they got beat by Dwenger and then finished off the regular season, with a resounding win. So what do they need to do to make sure that A, they're not rusty, and B, they don't take a team lightly right out of the gate?
I think the good thing is they got another game that they played after that Dwenger game. It wasn't like they had the Dwenger game, then they had a week off, so they had to sit there for a couple weeks before playing after that. I think they got back to business week 9, dominated, worked on the fundamental things in the week off. Now they're ready to kind of really aim for that state championship weekend and Thanksgiving weekend. I think this is going to be a good start for them. I think they come out loose, ready to play because nothing's really on the line. The conference is over. It's just, win or go home, and I think they're going to be ready to play.
I'll ask this question. It's kind of out of the box, but when you look at 6A and 5A, would you rather have the bye right at the beginning, or would you want the bye at the end like it is with 6A?
I think it depends on the coach. I think obviously if you're playing really well and you're on a roll, you don't want to see that bye. But if you got a lot of nicks and scratches and stuff and get that week to kind of heal up, the bye in 6A only benefits 2 teams as opposed to 5A 32 teams are benefiting. So it depends on your team situation. I think both Snider and Northside both benefited from that bye week.